Welcome to AlreadyWon.
We wanted to increase our impact to other countries.
Hello and welcome to AlreadyWon, a Sports Friends podcast. We're in season 5 and we are gonna thrive. Mad Dog, are you thriving today or what?
I am thriving. You know, summer is basically here. That means a little bit of golf, a little bit outdoor, a lot more sun. That's for darn sure. So I'm thriving. It's thriving time.
Love it. NBA playoffs. It's just a good time. It's a good time, and it's a great time today because we're going to the place where Sports Friends began, the birthplace of Sports Friends in Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa, in the hub of the Horn of Africa. So, Mad Dog, for anyone who doesn't know about Ethiopia, you're the man with the facts. You give us the overview of Ethiopia.
The man with the facts. Well, Ethiopia is the birthplace. All you have to know, people, in case we don't get there, because I think we're going to try to show a video at the end, the David video.
Yeah, stick around for that.
In case you don't know, people, tell your friends, parents, friends, tell everyone that the birthplace of coffee is Ethiopia. That's the main thing you need to know. And then from there, it just gets better, right? Once you have that foundation of coffee, then you just build up from there. Okay, so we got
that story's amazing. So they were like all sitting around, right? And they were trying different things, and then they were like, "This thing helps us pray for longer," right?
Yeah.
And it was coffee. And this helps us pray for longer. There you go.
So Ethiopia, East Africa, never conquered, never colonized. The Italians tried to. You know, the joke is that you get injera as your main food, and if you run out of injera, they boil up some pasta. You can have that, you know. But Italians never colonized it. They tried. They still think they did, but they didn't. There's a lot of connections. Maybe that's why football was so big in Ethiopia. It's because of the Italians. I don't know. Who knows? 140 million people, over 30% unreached. I'm sure Asrat will get into that once he gets on. But you know, over 80 languages. We'll find out how many. But yeah, it's great to see the work of sports friends going into these remote areas where the unreached need to hear more of Jesus.
For sure. There's over 30 different unreached people groups as well, which I'm sure you'll tell us about. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to going at this. Asrat is our team leader who leads a great team over there. But there's a rich legacy in Ethiopia, obviously, Trip and Alison obviously going over there with Brian and Christine, and then obviously teaming up with Brahanu. Read the book Soul Brothers if you haven't already. And find out the story. But yeah, if you want to follow us on a day-to-day basis of what's going on, get us on TikTok at AlreadyWon Podcast. Mad Dog is always on there all the time, all on social media.
I'm a talker. Ticker. What do they call him? What's my name?
You're a TikToker, that's for sure. And follow us on social media, just like the Mad Dog does, and you'll see all pictures and videos from Ethiopia, live stuff of the ministry thriving right now. But we're going to have to hear from the man himself, the very special guest this week. So Asrat, he's been with us since 2006, and he started as a denominational coordinator, and he's been serving as the Sports Friends team leader for a while, and he's got a deep passion for reaching the unreached people in Ethiopia and equipping emerging church leaders. He is a reverend himself, so he's a pastor, and he's married, and he has 2 children. So a great guy, Mad Dog, right? You're his regional coordinator. Anything else to add on Asrat?
I think one of his sons connected with Ethiopian Airlines, so if you need some tickets, let's do this. Pilot in the family.
All right, guys, please welcome the podcast. Very special guest in a very special country. We have the Reverend Asrat Girma. Asrat, welcome to AlreadyWon.
Thank you so much, brothers.
Welcome. You are now officially on the green seat, the hot seat this season. It's a green hot seat. I don't know what green hot is, but you're on it.
Green for Ethiopia. Ethiopia's got some
there we go.
Well, we're going to have a party. We're not having a Buddha party, are we, Kyle? But we're going to have a party, right?
The Buna's here. Not Ethiopian Buna, but the Buna's here.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you are here. It was good.
We're still going to have a good time. So, Asrat, really looking forward to asking you some questions. But first one is, what does the phrase AlreadyWon mean to you? And how does it shape the ministry in Ethiopia?
AlreadyWon means Jesus Christ permanently defeated sin. He defeated death. He defeated the devil through his death and resurrection. So it's significant that victory is secured for Christians, for those who believe in him. So it defines our ministry significantly.
You used a word there, Carl, permanently. No other guest has used that word. Yeah, permanently. Love it. Yeah.
It is finished work. It is finished work, and no longer fighting to win.
We've already won. The victory is ours. I love it. Permanent.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ben is writing that one down.
That's it. Underlined exclamation marks. That's it. We're no longer fighting. That's it. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So for those who are unfamiliar, give us a brief overview of Ethiopia and how Sports Friends began there. We've told our audience in the past that this is the birthplace of Sports Friends. It started in 2002, but give us kind of an overview and how and when you got involved.
First of all, let me share you about some facts about Ethiopia. For the people who doesn't know Ethiopia. It is located in the Horn of Africa. Its population is over 130 million, and over 83 languages are spoken in Ethiopia. And 38 people groups are unreached, less than 30%. And the evangelical Christians number is from 21 to 23% of the population. These evangelical Christians' annual growth rate is increased from time to time. It's around 4.3% in each year. The other fact is that many Ethiopians proud on it, that Ethiopia never colonized country in Africa, so that we have only Victory Day rather than Liberation Day. May 5 is our Victory Day. The other fact is it has its own alphabet and calendar. It is good startup to know about Ethiopia. When I come to the history of Sport Friends Ethiopia, the Ministry of Sport Friends Ethiopia began in 2002 when God brought together two people, two leaders, as you know, Brian Davidson and Trip Johnston. And these two families moved to Ethiopia in the same year. And Brahano also joined them in Addis, and Sport Friends was launched. Today, their initial vision is becoming a reality as thousands of churches and church planters around the world. They are being equipped by Sport Friends to use sports as a tool for making disciples of Jesus Christ.
Brilliant. And when I first met you, Asrat, you told me Ethiopia is mentioned in the Bible over like 40 times, right? Other countries, they're not in the Bible, but Ethiopia has played a significant part, right? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. You can mention such type of many things.
That's it. You were proud to say that, which is true. So, yeah, you've got a rich history all the way back, from the time with Philip and, then now with Sports Friends, like they say, the first country as well. So, yeah, loads of things that have happened over those 26 years. Why don't you tell us a little bit then how the ministry's grown? We're talking in season 5 about how we're thriving. How have you seen the impact of the ministry and how have you seen the ministry thrive? Talk to us about like the practicalities, how you saw more churches get involved and how has it grown over the years?
Yeah, since 2002, Sport Friends Ethiopia has been working to mobilize, train and equip Ethiopian churches and church planters to use the powerful platform of sports as a tool for effective church planting and disciple making. Currently, Sport Friends Ethiopia collaborates with 26 denominations and mission organizations, officially written partnership with 18 of these organizations and denominations to reach the least reached people groups and sometimes totally unreached people groups of Ethiopia. We also cross the boundaries of Ethiopia. We are equipping church planters as coaches who are near culture workers. As you know, our country is hub of the Horn of Africa. Some Afar speakers live in Ethiopia and in Djibouti, and Somali language speakers live in Ethiopia and in Somalia, and Swahili speakers and other Oromo language speakers live in Ethiopia and in Kenya, so that we use these people to reach our neighbor country. We are trying to cross the boundaries. As a result, annually in the sport ministry, from 500 to 600 young people come to know Christ through sport ministry. It's annually. It's a great success that God has given us in this country.
Yeah, and I want to follow up with that. I think it's not in the questions, Ben, but I've noticed globally Ethiopians are, whether it's the pilots or mechanics or taxi drivers globally, they're everywhere. But at the same way, Ethiopians are sending missionaries globally. I mean, now they're in Nigeria, West Africa, East Africa, other parts of Asia. How are you seeing this impact of like sports friends, SIM ministry there? How do you see that Ethiopia is being able to send these capable, qualified Ethiopians globally as missionaries?
Yes, we can do that. We already started in our neighboring countries. As I said earlier, we trained some church planters in Ethiopia, and we sent them to Djibouti, Sudan, and Somaliland. And they already started sports ministry, and they are fruitful at this time. We wanted to increase our impact to other countries. We can send other countries and other continents. Actually, we have not say type of trained in Ethiopian churches to send in long distance. It's a new startup, even in other direction of ministries. But the sport ministry is the easiest, but the powerful tool. We can do that. And we have a plan. I will mention it in our discussion.
Yeah, that's great. And as you're doing that, as you're preparing and training these capable leaders to go, what kind of challenges are you facing within Sports Friends Ethiopia and just the work you're seeing?
One of the challenges is a language barrier, the first one. As you know, Ethiopia landlocked country in many ways, not only seaport and other things, even culturally locked country. So that we are speaking our language, we use our calendars, we do many things in our own things, so that we need to learn, we need to teach our missionaries, our coaches, other languages, including English. And the other is the budget issue and awareness issue. Actually, budget comes later. First, we need to have awareness. So we need prayer support and some trainings, experience sharing from other countries. We want to learn from others. How do they send their missionaries to other countries? And we need to also a prayer support on that direction to be open for other countries.
Right, and that's an amazing thing, isn't it, about being part of Sports Friends, 20 countries in SIM, over 70-something countries, isn't it, of being in different places to learn best practice and to be part of that scattered together family. So really good. So obviously there's many stories, that's right, you could tell over the 24 years. If people go on YouTube, you can watch some videos and, check out the website. You'll see so many pictures of camps and, you've said there, annually 500 to 600 people come into faith, which is incredible. But is there one story you could share with us now which kind of highlights the ministry thriving in Ethiopia?
Sometimes it is difficult to choose from many stories. And all the time I honor God, how to save people from the challenging situation. He brought them and they become servant of Him. They become strong Christians and they become strong ministers. Among these, Nasri is one of the new converted person I think I shared some of his story in our gathering. And, he was from Muslim family. He's tall guy. He's tall, young boy at that time. And we were taking some young people around at the age of 14 and 15 for camping. But when we saw that boy, we consider him he's above from the rest of young people. So we avoid him from the team, but he hid himself in the bus chair and he went to the camping in the Langano camping. And he when we saw him, we appreciated his eagerness to join that camping, and we allowed him. He came from Muslim family, so we didn't avoid him from that camping. He involved. He had good time for a week with young people. He listened attentively. He participated in every games, and finally, he gave his hands and hearts to the Lord. And we were shocked. How can he converted? How can he decided to follow Jesus Christ? We said. And did you understand what you are doing at this time? We said to him, yes, I understand. He replied, I understand. I know the difference. One of the impacts that pushed me to decide at this time to follow Jesus Christ, your love. You never discriminate me. Never, never, ever. In my life, nobody washed my feet. You are honorable people. Come to my feet and wash my feet. You hug me. You played with me. You chatted with me. You listened to me. So I need this one. I need to be part of this community. I need to be part of this Christian community, he said. And he decided, because of his decision, his family persecuted him. And he ran away from his village and came to Addis. After he came to Addis, he lived in the streets with the street boys. And finally, he saw a church compound and he went there. He joined there and he gave his witness. And we met him again. And now he's a good minister in the church. Now he's a coach. Many young people come to Christ by his ministry after he came to Christ. Now he married and he served the Lord in Addis. Same type of a lot of witness, a lot of testimonies in Ethiopia. And God can change anybody. Not difficult for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been an amazing resource to have Camp Lungano. Unfortunately, we won't go into details, but we don't have that anymore. But it was impactful for both coaches and players. Many of our listeners will recall visiting Camp Lungano, helping out there. For evangelism and discipleship, Camp Lungano was the sort of the testing ground, the proving ground, as it were, for many a coach and their players. So, but looking ahead, you have these stories, you have these testimonies, you have these lives that have been changed. Looking ahead, what is your vision and future for the ministry, for Sports Friends, in the next 5-10 years?
I have vision to foster a healthy generation built on good morals and equipping emerging Christian leaders. Therefore, I have planned to build a comprehensive training center in Addis Ababa, which can be used as a hub of sport ministry in Africa to carry out the ministry's work more effectively and to be more sustainable, which enabling young people to fulfill the African church missions as well as to equip emerging African church leaders. Now we see a lot of shortage of genuine church leaders, ministry leaders around us, so that we need to be focused and train, equip such type of young people, the people who God calls them needs the right place. We need a camping place. We need a training place, a classroom place, and a field place. So that I have planned to do that.
Awesome. I love that story that of disciple maker, making disciples, that coach who's the young player who's went up to be a coach and now minister in the church. Amazing. And that vision, to continue to do that in the future over Ethiopia is amazing. It's like, it's a generational thing. I've seen, that from the 24 years, it's like a whole different generation, right? That's come under. So yes. Amazing how long the ministry's been going. Now, Asrat, what about advice to people who are in that younger generation then? So we're talking about how to thrive in ministry. What advice have you got for someone to thrive in ministry?
I urge new leaders especially, please give more attention for your personal intimacy with Jesus in every direction, more than any activities and ministries. Give more attention for your personal intimacy, because as Jesus said, apart from me, you can do nothing, is it? I would say, apart from Jesus, we are nothing. As Jesus said, I'm the vine, you are the branch. If you remain in me and I in you, you will be much fruit, he said. Apart from him, we can do nothing. So give attention to your personal intimacy with Jesus.
That's it. Abide in me. That's what we said on episode 1. And you've come in and reminded us that, Asrat, as well. So appreciate that. That was great.
Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate everything you're doing for Ethiopia and beyond. We want to make sure that we continue to lift you up in prayer, and we want our listeners, viewers to do the same. So, again, go to the Sports Friends, sports-friends.org. Check out some of the stories from Ethiopia. Go to our YouTube channel. Look at some of the videos that have been made. Just learn more, discover more what's going on, not just in Ethiopia, but across the world with Sports Friends. So, Asrat, we appreciate you, and we ask God to continue to bless you.
Thank you so much.
Dog. I tell you what about this quote, eh? Sports ministry is the easiest and the most powerful tool. Great quote from Asrat. You enjoy it?
We got it. I mean, it started off. He started off with a nuclear bomb, just saying, already won. It's a permanent condition, right? I mean, it's where we're at. I mean, already is past tense. We've won. It's a victory. Yesterday, today. We can go celebrate this. Let's do this.
Yeah, that was a good start. Love that. No need to fight anymore. But yeah, hearing just, I think some of those things are staggering. The amount of denominational partnerships he's got, work with different mission organizations. And of course, Ethiopia being like the hub of the Horn of Africa as well. And just kind of what they're doing. But I was shocked to hear, 83 different languages. Yeah. I can't comprehend that in the UK or the US, right? But yeah, what a unique place Ethiopia is. Incredible.
Yeah, 140 million people. Nigeria is 220, and then Ethiopia, I think, is a close second, if I'm not wrong. But over 30% of it's unreached, if not more. If you really kind of look down to evangelical and whatnot, Christian-wise, it's still over 30%. A third of the country still needs to hear the gospel.
Yeah, but it's amazing to hear that they've got an incredible team. When we went over there, we met some of their staff. We met some of their camp coordinators and stuff, and some amazing people that are working there, doing some amazing work and stuff. And yeah, if you want to keep following the work, it's like I said, follow us on social media, and you'll see some of those up-to-date pictures coming out from, some of those numbers that he said turn into reality with the different people that they're ministering to and affecting as well. So yeah really good, good stuff.
And then just to clarify the budget thing, he's got 18 officially partnerships. That's pretty big. That's pretty unique for a ministry to have those sort of across the board partnerships in the country. And when he says budget, it's not necessarily to pick up where Sports Trends failed, but it's to do what he's talking about, to expand, to build on what's already the foundations there. And of course, he didn't mention this. We didn't probe him further, but there's local buy-in already. The denominations are providing some funding for trainings for staff, so it's not like we're funding. Sports Trends doesn't fund the entire 100% of the ministry. If you looked at all the costs and the logistics of doing something in the country, we're probably paying maybe 50-60% of the total budget, whereas local buy-in is there. But if he had more to expand it, to get this training camping facility in the city limits to help be a hub for all the sports friends in Ethiopia, but beyond, East Africa.
For sure. And there's so many people, who've faithfully given over the years, like 24 years, he was saying, it's like it is a different generation now. You had Tripp and Brian, and then you had Brahanu, and then, many people have given over those years. But now, of course, there's a new generation that they're ministering to. And he told that story of the young person who came to faith, just was really touched by the way that they didn't discriminate him. They loved on him. They washed his feet just like Jesus did and said, this is the example to do. And it was really impactful. And then he became a coach himself and now is a minister in the church. And now that for me is a perfect story because, the legacy of Tripp and Brian and Brahanu is still there, but now it's to the next generation. And Sports Friends is continuing. Trainings are continuing. There's more coaches who are being trained. Many more coaches like him who are going across Ethiopia who are ministering to young people all the time.
Story of one, a movement of
many.
I mean, that sounds like a good lead. And we said we're going to play the video of David. So what do you think?
I think there's a great director who put this together. Watch the video.
አንድ ቃል ተናገረኝ። የሌዊ ዕጣ ፈንታ እግዚአብሔርን ማገልገል ነው።
ጫላ ከመጣ በኋላ የመጡት ሰዎች ብዙ ናቸው። ከሱ ምስክርነት ተነስቶ እግዚአብሔር በሱ ላይ ያደረገውን ተአምር በማስማት ልክ ጫላ እስከ ሶስተኛው ቀን ምግብ አይበላም ነበር፣ አይጠጣም ነበር። እንዲሁ የተለያየውን ነገር ያራካሰው በርኩስ ነገር የተነካካው ሰዎች እሱ ጋር መምጣት አይችሉም። ይጠላቸው ነበር። ከኔ ጋር የእግዚአብሔር ቅዱስ ሰዎች አሉ ብሎ ሁሉንም ስለምሸሽ ይህን ተአምር በማየት ብዙ ነፍሳትን አግኝተናል። ከ10 በላይ የሚሆኑ ነፍሳቶች ወደው በዛን ሰሞን ተገኙ። ከዛ የተነሳ በጣም ባስተናል። እግዚአብሔር አብስተናል።
ዛሬ የሚያገለግለውን እያገለገልኩበት ያለው ሁኔታዎችን በሙሉ አሳየኝና አንድ ብትር ሰጥቶ አንድ ብትር እንዲህ አንስቶኝ ሲሰጠኝ በህልሜ አይቻለሁ። በህይወቴ ጌታ ልጅ ሆኜ ተናግሮኝም ነበር። ያን ጉዞውን ነው ቀጥዬ ሚሽን ስኩል እንድገባ ቴዎሎጂ ትምህርት ቤቶች እንድገባ ወደዚህ ያገፋፋኝና እግዚአብሔር ስለተናገረኝ ለሌሎች ስላለኝ ነው። ልጆቹን ሰብስበን በምናጫወትባቸው ጊዜ ለብዙዎች የግል የምክር አገልግሎት በምንሰጥበትና በግላቸው ለይተን በምንጸልይበት ሰዓት ብዙዎች ከጋንንት እስራት ይፈታሉ፣ ብዙዎች ወደ ጌታ ይመጣሉ።
Many Davids are available here in Ethiopia who came to Christ through sport ministry, and even after they came to Christ, they have been serving their community, their church, in different levels, in different places. So God is at work in sport ministry.
እና እግዚአብሔር ብዙ ነገር እየሰራ ይገኛል በህይወታችን። እግዚአብሔር በማወናችንና እግዚአብሔርን በማገልገላችን
Sport ministry is God's intended agenda here in Ethiopia.
Many Davids are there. Some of them we heard about their stories. Some of them we don't know where they are, but they are there. And I praise God for what He did.
So I hope Fourth Ministry not stayed in Ethiopia only. We need to go beyond Ethiopia, Africa, and the rest of the world.
Already Won. Our mission is to help you thrive. Every Tuesday, join our hosts and guests. Discover how you're already positioned to win.